Hi, everybody, it's Jenny. My laptop was turned off, and so I had to come over to this computer to use it really quickly to look up an address. And then I realized it's been weeks since I've done an update because I'm not teaching online anymore. I mean, I might again, I don't know. I'm just going to wait till after Christmas, after January, and then see where we are and start looking into employment. But in the meantime, I'm enjoying sleeping in the mornings, although my body does wake up between 5 and 5:30 every morning, but I can go back to sleep. Um, and yeah, just enjoying a lot of family time. My daughter was here for a week. We were doing all kinds of wedding stuff. We found the dress. We uh, picked out most of the cakes. We're going to go for a second cake tasting. What else did we do? I think we made final decisions on food. Anyway, looked at the venue again, like just all that stuff. Um, and then it was Thanksgiving break. My kids were home for almost a whole week for Thanksgiving break, Tuesday, and then they didn't have to go back until Monday. Well, start school on Monday, go back on Sunday. Anyway, so I've just, when my family's around, it's just hard for me to do these videos because they are my sole focus and priority because it's just a joy to my heart when they're here. All right, so what am I going to talk about today? I was going to talk about, I have like some stuff here. Okay. This is going to be the dumbest video. I mean, let me just say it right now. If you just want to cut and run, go ahead. Because, you know how this whole video channel is like true confessions and me just being completely honest with you. Which, you know what, first of all, let me say, I have about 7 to 10 people who I have to respond to who have left messages since my last video, and I haven't, and I'm sorry, but I will. I will. I still have it marked down. It's something that I'm going to do. Don't think that I didn't see them or that I'm ignoring you. I need to reprioritize and refocus. A lot going on in my life. Okay, so one day I was at Myers shopping and I saw this. Let me tell you, Myers, which we never really had many Myers, we didn't have any Myers for until like the last year nearby my house. We had them in like northern Ohio, like right on the border, or like up by like Sandusky, Cedar Point area. I think there was a Meyer there, and I know that they were on the border in Toledo area, close to Michigan. I think Michigan had a lot of Meyers. We didn't have them in Ohio, but we are getting them now, and they are starting to pop up right and left. And there's one not far from my house. And let me tell you that I am impressed with the amount of unique and keto options that are there. They don't have a section, unfortunately. So you just kind of have to just keep walking. But like I stumble upon things, so I don't really look for anything. I did a video on those little pieces of bread that are like crackers. You can look back at that. They were rye something. Um, those I got there, and I got this the other day there. Now, this is where the whole true confession thing comes in. So this is Duncan Hines, and they now make a keto cake for everybody who's doing keto and are trying to do no carbs or low carbs. One serving is 4 net carbs. All right, it has 0 added sugar, and it's gluten free. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's a low calorie food, but it's a good keto food. It is perfectly moist, it says. And I wouldn't really know, even though you can tell I've used it. Let me explain to you why. Let me see how many calories are in this. So one piece would be 140 calories, and that is 5 grams of fat and 21 carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 8 grams of sugar alcohol, 3 grams of protein. Okay, so there's all your little nutritional facts. So, not a healthy choice, but again, if you're just trying to eliminate carbs and you're going ahead and doing net carbs and not somebody who's just a strict carb number, but we'll deal with subtracting fiber and subtracting sugar alcohols from the carb count to count it as net carbs. This is only 4 net carbs per piece. This cake would make 10 servings according to this. So that's pretty good, because when I think of a pan, I think of cutting it up into 12. So 10 would mean they're a decent size. Unless, what size pan are you supposed to use for this? Again, I didn't use a pan. So how did you make it, Jenny? How do you know? Oh, it does make a smaller amount. You're supposed to use an 8 or 9-inch pan. Or it makes 12 cupcakes, it says. So you can make a cupcake and know that it's going to be a little less than 140 calories, because this is saying 10 servings, and that would be 12 servings, so it would be less than 140 calories. All right, but then again, if we're on keto, we're not counting calories, we are counting carbs. So here's my true confession. Can't believe I'm even doing this video. One of my favorite weaknesses and treats to myself that I discovered when I was not in college, right after I graduated from college, moved out of state, got a job as a speech therapist, and every now and then wanted to treat myself. I found out that getting yellow cake mix, I've tried chocolate, I've tried white, I've tried confetti, I've tried lots of them. For me, the best one is a yellow cake mix. And the batter is just so good. It's so good. I've done spice cakes too, a little spicy as just a batter, but that's okay too. I'll tell you a good one. Actually, is it Duncan Hines, or I think Duncan Hines is the only brand that makes it. Butter pecan. A butter pecan or butter pecan, depending on where you live. Cake mix is pretty good too, but they're not always easy to come by. Walmart has them, but all our grocery stores don't carry butter pecan. I have to go to Walmart to get that if I want it. Okay. And now I think about it, I don't think it is Duncan Hines. I think it's Betty Crocker, one of the two, the only ones that make it. Oh, a butter pecan cake is my favorite. I can't believe, I'm so scared one of these days they're not going to just sell it at all anymore. Not that I should be eating it at all. So I was so excited because I'm like, oh, I can go back to one of my favorite cheats. And this is what I would do when I'm not on a diet between diets and I wanted to give myself some sort of little treat. I would get a yellow cake mix. I have discovered over time that generic brands do taste different, that a name brand definitely still tastes better. And as I mentioned before, yellow is the best. So when I saw this, I thought, oh, I can have my little treat. I can get a small bowl, pour some of the powder in it, mix it up. And for me, it's not even the full 140 calories because I do not add oil or eggs. Now, you could add the oil, of course, because if you're on keto, oil is, fine and zero. And actually, now I think about it, I could have added the eggs too. I don't know about eating raw eggs though. So when I was just looking at calorie counting, what I would do is I just add water to it. And to me, it really tasted the same. I didn't notice a difference after I added the water and tasted the batter, like, ooh, this needs oil or this needs an egg. Actually, I'd probably prefer it the way it tastes without the egg, because if I got any stringy stuff, it would not go over well with me. So, yeah. So I tried it. Opened it up, I poured some in a bowl, I was all excited, added a bunch of water, went and sat down, put on a guilty pleasure thing on television, started eating it, and the sweetener that they use was extremely gritty. I'm trying to see, erythritol. You don't get that same grit in a normal cake batter. So as I'm eating it, I'm getting this grit, which then reminds me of sand, and it just gives me the goosebumps all over my arms. So I couldn't do it. Did it taste the same? It did taste a little different. I will say it did taste a little different, but not significantly so, in that I bet any money if I would have just been a normal person, added oil, egg, and water to it, and baked it, I probably would have loved the cake. And probably so much that like I wouldn't need any kind of frosting on it. I probably could have just eaten the cake as it is as a special treat for myself. Unfortunately, once I realized I couldn't eat it anymore, and then once I've already taken a significant amount of the batter out of here and now my measurements would be off, I just dumped the rest of it in the toilet and I flushed it. Yeah. I swear there was one time I did that because I feel like I can't remember exactly, but I have this sense. I'm getting old, people. I'm getting old. I have this sense that once before I ate something and I didn't really like it. It was probably chocolate batter with just water, and so then I went ahead and added the oiling egg and I cooked it, and it came out funky, and that was because a portion of it was already taken out ahead of time. So anyway, they are more expensive. I don't remember the price, so I apologize for that. Anyway, that's the video I have for today. I wanted to do updates. I am not really doing keto. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm on the off diet, if you will. Um, but, I lost my 35 pounds. About 4 to 5 of that went back on almost instantly because I knew in that last week. I also took a diuretic and I took a laxative. Like I was making sure, and I ate like almost nothing for 24 hours before I got on the scale. Between 24 to 48, virtually nothing. I won't say I ate nothing, but I did all I could to hit that number and then stop. So I knew that that last 5 pounds was pie in the sky, not real numbers. And since that, I have put on another 5, but that's not so bad because it's been almost 2 months. So, and I haven't been really monitoring it. So I'm starting to monitor it again this week. And I've been doing better. Here we are today. It's 1:02. I haven't eaten yet, but I have to get to the gym. That's the other thing I've been starting to do is to help myself get back to exercising, and that is helping me just overall stay healthy, and it helps me not want to eat as much, you know. So, okay, I have another item here, another item that's keto friendly that I do love. It is my favorite. I'm not saying I don't recommend this. I am recommending it. So go ahead and get this. Keto friendly, yeah. And one of these days, when I'm truly doing keto, I'm gonna buy it again and I'll make it and I'll tell you what the actual cake tastes like. But all right, I have to sit down. I have to get an address. I made some pies and I need to drop it off at somebody who's in need. I made some extra ones, so I need to get her address and I am going to get it off this computer. That's all I have for today. If you have any great things that you've discovered, let me know. I'll go find them and I'll do something about them on here. And I won't let it go this many weeks before I get on here again. I promise. I won't let it go this many weeks. I apologize for the no makeup, no shower hair in a ponytail look today. I am on my way to the gym. All right, you take care, and I will see you soon. Happy dieting. Stay with your diet. Talk to you soon. Bye.